There is a story from the ancient world that perfectly describes the condition of your life right now. It is the story of Odysseus sailing past the island of the Sirens. These were creatures with the voices of angels and the hearts of predators. They sang a song so beautiful, so promising, and so hypnotic that any sailor who heard it would lose his mind. He would steer his ship into the rocks just to get closer to the sound, drowning his crew and destroying his mission. The shores of their island were white, with the bleached bones of men who could not resist the call. Odysseus wanted to hear the song, but he wanted to live. He knew that his will alone was not enough to fight the magic. He was a hero, a king, and a warrior, yet he admitted his weakness. So he ordered his men to tie him to the mast of the ship. He commanded them to plug their own ears with wax and to ignore his screaming. When the music started, Odysseus went mad. He begged, he threatened, he strained against the ropes until they cut his skin. He wanted to destroy everything he had built just for one taste of that pleasure. But the ropes held. The ship passed. He survived because he did not trust his own strength. You are the captain of a ship today, but you have no ropes. The Sirens are no longer on a distant island. They are in your pocket. They are in the black mirror you stare into for hours every day. The song is not a melody carried by the wind. It is the vibration of a notification. It is the endless, infinite scroll of images designed to hijack your biology. You think you are free because you can click whatever you want. You are not free. You are a slave to a mechanism that knows exactly how to make you crash your ship on the rocks of mediocrity. How many empires in your mind have fallen because you could not resist a cheap thrill? You have plans. You have a vision of the man you want to be.
You want to build a business, forge a body of iron, and cultivate a mind of steel. But then the phone buzzes. A flash of color appears. A loop of cheap entertainment begins. And suddenly, 2 hours are gone. Your energy is drained. The motivation to do the hard work has evaporated. You feel a hollow shame in your gut. But 10 minutes later, you reach for the device again. This is not an accident. You are fighting a war against supercomputers and algorithms designed by the smartest engineers in the world. Their only goal is to capture your attention and sell it. They understand your brain chemistry better than you do. They know that if they give you a random reward, an unpredictable hit of dopamine, you will become like a rat in a cage, pressing the lever over and over again until you starve. They are harvesting your focus. They are mining your potential, and you are handing it to them for free in exchange for a momentary distraction that leaves you feeling empty. You must understand the difference between pleasure and happiness. This is where the modern man gets lost. Pleasure is biological. It is a chemical spike. It is cheap, it is fleeting, and it requires no effort. You can get pleasure from a sugary drink, from a video game, or from compulsive viewing of explicit content. Happiness, however, is spiritual. It is the byproduct of struggle, of achievement, and of living in accordance with a code. Pleasure makes you weak because it rewards you for doing nothing. Happiness makes you strong because it is the reward for doing something difficult. When you flood your brain with cheap dopamine, you destroy your baseline. Ordinary life becomes unbearable. Reading a book feels too slow. Having a conversation feels boring. Working on a long-term project feels impossible. You lose the ability to endure friction. You become fragile. You become a man who cannot sit in a room alone for 10 minutes without panicking.
This is the dopamine trap. You're not just wasting time, you are actively retraining your brain to despise effort.
You are training yourself to be a loser. The warrior rejects this slavery. He understands that his attention is his most valuable currency. He does not spend it on trash. But he also knows, like Odysseus, that willpower is a limited resource. You cannot simply try harder to ignore the sirens. You need a protocol. You need ropes. The first rope is the technique of the gray screen. The engineers who design these traps use bright red, vivid blue, and hyper-saturated colors to trigger your primate brain. They mimic the colors of ripe fruit and danger. You must strip their power. Go into your settings and turn your phone to grayscale. Make the screen black and white. Suddenly, the device looks like what it is: a tool, not a toy. The Instagram feed looks like a newspaper. The videos look dead. You will be amazed at how quickly your desire to scroll vanishes when the artificial color is removed. You are breaking the visual spell. The second rope is the practice of urge surfing. When the craving to distract yourself hits, it feels like a physical command. Your hand moves automatically. You feel a tightness in your chest, a restlessness in your legs. Most men panic and give in immediately to relieve the tension. The warrior waits. He observes the urge. He imagines it as a wave in the ocean. It rises, it swells, it reaches a peak of intensity. But if you do not act on it, if you simply watch it without judging it, the wave will crash and recede. Next time you feel the pull, freeze. Do not touch the device. Set a timer in your mind for 2 minutes. Say to yourself, I am willing to feel this discomfort. Watch the sensation change. It will scream at you. Then it will whisper. And then it will die. Every time you ride the wave without crashing, you are forging a new neural pathway. You are proving to your biology that you are the master, and it is the servant. This is a battle for your soul. That sounds dramatic, but look around you. Look at the men in the restaurants, ignoring their families to stare at a screen. Look at the men walking down the street, almost stepping into traffic because they cannot look up. Look at the man in the mirror, tired and anxious, wondering where his ambition went. This is a mass hypnosis. It is a soft apocalypse. There are no explosions, only the quiet whimpering of millions of men wasting their lives one swipe at a time. You must reclaim your boredom. Boredom is not the enemy. Boredom is the soil from which ideas grow. When you are bored, your mind is forced to look inward. It is forced to create. If you kill boredom with a phone every time it appears, you kill your creativity. You kill the voice inside that tells you to build something. Discipline is the only freedom. The modern world tells you that freedom means the ability to do whatever you want, whenever you want. This is a lie. That is the definition of a feral animal, not a free man. If you are compelled by your impulses, you are not free. You are a puppet. Freedom is the ability to choose what you want most over what you want right now. Freedom is the ability to walk past the open door of the tavern because you have a mission to complete. The sirens will never stop singing. The algorithms will only get smarter. The content will only get more addictive. You cannot wait for the world to become less distracting. You must become more disciplined. You must tie yourself to the mast, cut the loops, turn the color down, embrace the silence. The only question is, will you be the captain who steers his ship to a destination of his own choosing? Or will you be another pile of bones on the shore, destroyed by a song that wasn't even real? The choice is yours. The ropes are in your hands. Tie the knot.